matters worse, making the conditions worse for a country, for a nation, for society, is not the best way for you to try to help the nation. Before I go with analysis on the clashes, let me tackle the single extension first. You talk about just war. Truth be said, just war has proportionality. There are more killed, ladies and gentlemen. And after war, the most likely situation, the situation that we see all the time, is insurgencies, because people are not ready for democracy, because it's being forced to them by people foreign to their country. And second, the countries seclude themselves from the world, such as we see in Cuba and North Korea. This damages the international image of democracy. How the people of Iran is very much believing that democracy is something really bad because it's related to Western. And in terms of just war, there's also something called necessity which you forget. There are other measures which are effective. Why go to war? They never justify. There's Malaysia with organic change. People oppose affirmative action. In China, no. There's the constitutional agreement which allows demonstration and accept international aid. In Zimbabwe, it allows opposition in media after some time. And this is what is sustainable. Not when you hit them with bombs and expect them to love you and follow your policy afterwards. And there's also this Christian and justice which they forget. No. That you will kill many people, for example, in Vietnam and Cuba. No. And they also talk about sovereignty. To which we say, sovereignty is not a light issue as they try to make us believe. Sovereignty sustains global peace. It is the only thing that ensures that Malaysia cannot just come to Indonesia land and say, you are not a democratic country, therefore I'm going to use that excuse of democracy for application to attack you, to demonize you in the international world, ladies and gentlemen. We see that is not something that is to be taken lightly, ladies and gentlemen. But now I'm going to move on with the clashes. The first is on justification. But before I go lives of the nation and the entire world. But what happens when it's the benefits, the cost of organic processing human? Very nothing. It's just probably going to take long by consuming